Cognitive reconstructuring is a technique used in cognitive behavioral therapy that helps individuals challenge and change unhelpful thought patterns. Welcome to Better Thoughts with Roxanne. This is where we're digging a little deeper into the 6 ways discussed in episode 1 or 2 on the topic of achieving better thoughts. Our last episode was on mindfulness and awareness. If you didn't see that episode, it's very short and I encourage you to go back and watch it. Today we're discussing cognitive reconstructuring. Cognitive reconstructuring is a psychological technique used to help individuals identify and change negative thought patterns. This process involved recognizing, distort thinking, challenging those thoughts with evidence, and replacing them with more balanced and realistic ones. This approach is often used in cognitive behavioral therapy to improve mental health by reducing anxiety, depression, and stress. Essentially, it helps people develop a more positive and constructive mindset. Here is a concise summary of how to start this process in your mind. Number 1, identify negative thoughts. Awareness. By keeping a journal to note down negative thoughts as they arise, pay attention to situations that trigger these thoughts. Patterns. Look for recurring themes or patterns in your negative thinking. Number 2, challenge negative thoughts. Questioning. Ask. Ask yourself questions about the validity of these thoughts. For example, is this thought based on facts or assumptions? Evidence gathering. Collect evidence that support or contradicts your negative thoughts. Number 3, reframe your thoughts. Although perspective, try to reframe negative thoughts into more positive or rational ones. For instance, instead of thinking, I always fail, you might say, I didn't succeed this time, but I can learn from my experience. Realistic statements create realistic and balanced statements that acknowledge difficulties without being overly negative. Number 4, practice mindfulness. Mindful awareness, engage in mindful practice to remain present and absorb your thoughts without judgment. This helps create distance between you and your negative thoughts. Breathing exercise, super important. Use deep breathing technique to calm your mind and help gain clarity from assessing your thoughts. Number 5, develop positive affirmations. Construct affirmations. Write down positive affirmations that counter your negative belief. Repeat these often to reinforce new thought patterns. Visualization. Visualize yourself succeeding and experiencing positive outcomes in challenging situations. Number 6, implement behavioral changes. Take action. Put your new thought pattern into practice by engaging in activities that align with your positive belief. Gradual exposure. Gradually expose yourself to situations that challenge your negative belief while applying your new mindset. Number 7, seek support. Talk to others. Share your experiences and thoughts with trusted friends or a therapist. They can provide additional perspective and support. Join groups. Consider joining support groups where others are also working on cognitive reconstructuring. Number 8, evaluate progress. Self reflection periodically Reflect on your progress. Are their thoughts becoming more positive? Are you reacting differently to situation? Adjust as needed. Be flexible and willing to adjust your approach if certain techniques do not work well for you. That is something I do all the time. I self reflect on a daily basis. And I say, what did I do today that I can correct tomorrow? What can I do better? What can I who can I talk to that would give me better advice or correct me? I don't want somebody who's always going to tell me I'm right. I want somebody to challenge me. I have a group of people. I have my circle that I turn to. But I would say cognitive reconstructing is a gradual process that requires patience and practice. By consistently applying these steps, you can develop healthier thought patterns that improve your emotional well being and overall outlook in life. Celebrate your small victories along the way. Do not hesitate to celebrate yourself when you accomplish something small. You're forever going to hear me say, I'm not telling you anything I haven't done before. And I seriously am not telling you anything I haven't done before. These challenges come to all of us. If you let yourself go, it's easy to get lost. It is easy to have the world suck you up. And this is exactly why I decided that what can I do to make a change? What can I do? I have a balance. It's not a perfect balance by any means. And I just feel lost. And I'm like, what can I do? What can I offer to anybody? And I would say this, if I can just touch one person, I'm fine with that. I would feel like I've done something. And all it takes is I touch one person and that one person can pass it on to someone else. And I am content with that. Rather than not doing anything at all, I decided to do this podcast and to bring awareness and to let people know that you are not alone. I myself am lost sometimes, but how can we avoid this world from not sucking us up and eating us alive? Because it does. It really, really does. And, some of our lives are not that glamorous on social media, and it really can bring us down. And I know I've gone through that, and luckily, I've got people around me that say, "Hey, all the glitters are not gold." And I'm telling you, everything that is shiny, as much as I love shiny, is not really everything it looks like or it turns out to be. So, my one advice would be to you, in addition to listening to this podcast, is be centered. Like, plant your feet on the ground. That is so important. Stay grounded. Have something that you believe in and fight for it. What do you believe in? Ask yourself, and this couple episode is really what I'm trying to get to and get out of you is pick something. Here's how you clear your mind. Here's how you can move on. Here's how you can change the negative to positive. So pick something and believe in it and fight for it. And that would be my greatest advice to you in this episode is figure out how to weed out the thoughts that is bad or negative. And trust me, negative is easier to come by than positive. I mean, it's so easy to slip into thinking something bad, but has something good come by and you're lost, right? You're like, wait, is this really happening to me? Is this real? Maybe it's not real, but the negative, you don't question it at all. The negative thoughts, you like accept them like they're pearls and diamonds and gems. I do it, so I know. And but the positive ones, you question. um is this real? Are they asking me or telling me I look nice because they want something from me? But have somebody tell me I'm ugly, oh my god, that gets into my head instantly. It just bypasses everything that I know. And I'm just, ugly. But have somebody tell me, oh my God, you look pretty today. Really? I do? You know? Like, do they want something from me? What do you mean I'm pretty? What did I do different? So the thoughts go on and on and on. So we block the positive thought, but we welcome the negative thoughts. So the negative thoughts take us over like it's nobody's business. And how do we let that not happen? How do we say enough is enough? And this world can suck you up, but don't let it suck you up. Plant your feet solid on the ground and tell yourself that, and not you can't be shaken. Nothing anybody says to you after you said that to yourself can shake you. It can't. You can't be shaken once you acknowledge that I am enough and I can do this. Nothing that comes your way can challenges will come your way, but nothing can that comes your way after that can shake you. Nothing. Once you believe that, I mean, it's going to take a lot for somebody to make you, I want to say unbelieve that, but really is unbelieve that. You will try and fail and try again and fail again because that's your belief. And you're going to work so hard for your belief. Now, I am saying all of this to say that you are enough and you are pretty as you are. And you know what? God loves you just the way you are. And believe in something and plant your feet on the ground, and you cannot be shaken. So don't listen to the outside world. Don't get sucked in. And it's hard. It's not telling you anything I haven't done. It is hard to not get sucked in, but once you know who you are and you set your boundaries and you set what you believe in, you're going places. You can do this. And I'm telling you this because I've told people this before, and I've gone through it myself where I have to say, this is what I believe in, and this is, how I'm going to achieve what I'm going to achieve, and how am I going to block out negative thinking, and how am I going to block out the glitz and the glam on social media. And I like I said, I have people around me to help me do that. So have yourself a nice little circle, a nice little group of friends or family. You're going to learn throughout this episode a lot about uh, your group of people that you have by you. They're going to be your everything. And if the group of people that's right now with you is not challenging you, I mean, add some new friends. I'm not telling you to get rid of your friends, so, but think about it. It's something to think about. Reframe your mind, and it's never too late to do that. It's never too late to reinvent yourself. You can reinvent yourself 20 dozen times. It's your life, and go ahead and reinvent yourself. There's nothing wrong with that. you know be realistic, though. Be realistic about your achievements. Take it one step at a time. Be mindful of it. Be aware of it. Reconstruct yourself, reinvent yourself. And I can go on and on and on, but I will save some for the next episode. In closing this episode, I would say cognitive reconstructuring is a gradual process that requires patience and practice. By consistently applying these steps, you can develop healthier thought patterns that improve your emotional well being and overall outlook in life. Please, if you're not subscribed yet to my podcast, please subscribe or let me know if this episode did something for you. Did it help you in any way? So please let me know. Subscribe and like, and please share. I'm hoping to grow this this podcast, and we'll help each other. Um, I myself need to grow. However, by just sitting here and not doing anything about anything is not going to help me grow. So I'm gonna kind of come out of my little shell, and we are going to grow together. So thank you guys for listening. Thank you guys for watching this episode. And please subscribe and share, and let me know in the comments if this was helpful for you, and suggest other topics that I can cover for you, because we are going to grow together. And that's all I have for now. Thank you.